Do you spend your days at work just hoping for Friday and feeling a lot of anxiety? In this episode, I'm going to share with you the 5 signs that you're experiencing anxiety at work. And if you stay to the end, I'm also going to share with you the 3 ways, practical ways, where you can overcome these feelings of anxiety, frustration, and nervousness at your job. So without further ado, let's dive in. The first sign that you are struggling at work, think about it. Today is Sunday and tomorrow is Monday. You're already dreading and feeling so stressed out thinking that, oh my god, tomorrow is Monday, I need to go through this crazy cycle again. And now on Sunday evening or Sunday night, you are finding yourself so stressed out, so really going crazy, even though you have not even started your work week yet. It's not even Monday yet. And it's also affecting your personal life that you can't even enjoy your weekends now. So that is the biggest sign of anxiety at work, and you definitely need to do something about it. Number 2, you are a people pleaser or a recovering people pleaser who cannot say no at work, and you are pretty much the yes man or the yes woman at work that maybe your boss really loves or your colleague really loves, that because you're always going to say yes regardless of whatever task, whatever activity, whatever project that is being assigned to you. So while this is a situation or this is an attitude that makes everybody else happy with you, but what's really important is to, what is it doing to you? If it's creating a lot of anxiety because you feel like you are obligated to say yes, you're obligated to take on all the work, then this is actually a really, really big sign that you are experiencing anxiety at work that potentially is being masked as a people pleaser or a yes man, but it's really creating a lot of havoc in your mental health, and that's really something that you really need to take note of before it becomes even worse. On to the third reason, you are a perfectionist. Now, I completely understand you because I was a perfectionist and I had recovered from being a perfectionist, but this idea of every single piece of work needs to be perfect, every single thing that you do needs to be perfect, you need to present yourself perfectly in order to get endorsement or recognition from someone else, that is going to really negatively affect your performance at work and really your mental clarity at work as well. Because if you're always expecting to be perfect, then you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself to come across a certain way, to behave a certain way, and this will take away your focus point on what you need to deliver at work and the actual KPIs that you need to focus on. So just remember that being a perfectionist, while it may help you to achieve good results in the short term, but it may be a little bit too tiring and may actually hamper you from going a lot further, faster in the long run. Now, on to the 4th reason, you are a natural overthinker. If something happens, you probably think about it like 100 times, you probably reflect on it, think on it, talk about it, discuss about it, and just let it sit on your mind for months, if not years. This is a really, really big sign that you are an overthinker, and it's really creating more frustration, creating more anxiety, maybe potentially creating more anger and stress in your working days, and it may even spill over to your life over the weekend as well. So the overthinking habit is, I know it's not something that's really easy to get rid of, but you should really understand how it could affect your mental health, emotional health at your workplace, but at the same time also affecting your personal life as well. If you have experienced anxiety sign 1, 2, 3, 4 that I've mentioned just now, I'm sure that you cannot also escape anxiety sign number 5, which is feeling like an imposter syndrome. Feeling like an imposter, experiencing imposter syndrome, all these sort of feelings that you are not good enough, you don't deserve a seat at the table, you don't deserve that job title, you don't deserve that salary, somebody else is better than you, somebody else is smarter than you, somebody else is more accomplished than you, just feeling like you're not good enough. this is a very natural feeling, and I think it happens a lot to top performers or any one of you who are very enthusiastic, very ambitious, and really want to do well at your job. Just know that imposter syndrome is natural, it's okay, but letting it eat into your self-confidence at work, eating into your self-confidence as a valuable professional, as a valuable 9 to 5 working professional who is ready to add value, who is ready to contribute, who has skills, expertise, and knowledge, that is not going to be helpful throughout your career journey. So it's just something to really remind yourself that, hey, like, if I'm feeling imposter syndrome, then why? Why do you feel like an imposter, right? So, all in all, regardless of which anxiety sign that you are feeling at work, I just want to tell you that there are ways that you can overcome these signs of anxiety, signs of frustration, signs of stress as well. So now let me share with you the 3 ways that you can overcome these anxieties at work. Number 1, remembering that your career is a marathon, it's not a sprint. You are not just gonna work for 1, 3, 5 years. You're talking about like 10, 20, if not 30 years. So if you are feeling this sort of feelings right now, it's not gonna easily go away. It's gonna probably like prolong for a long period of time. So in order to manage and reset your mindset, what you want to think about is, okay, how am I making progress every day? Am I taking baby steps? And am I improving one step at a time to get towards my career goal? If you're doing that, great. Give yourself a pat on the back. Give yourself a pat on the back and say, great job. I'm progressing today. I'm taking one step closer to where I want to get to. And that is something worth celebrating because you are taking action in the right direction, and eventually you are going to get there without requiring the anxiety, without requiring the stress, and without requiring the frustration. Okay, now on to the next step, separating feelings from what you can do about the feelings. Now, separating the feelings of what you're feeling right now, processing the emotions, the negative emotions, the anxiety, the frustration, the imposter syndrome, and all those things, that's one side. But the other part I want you to think about is what can you do about these feelings? Now, one of my favorite quotes is, confidence comes from competence. A lot of negative feelings actually comes from the lack of confidence, or rather the lack of skill set that you may need to be successful at this job. So if you want to take action to improve your self-confidence, improve your self-belief, and really eliminating imposter syndrome and any negative emotions that come to it, that you really want to focus on upskilling your weakest skills. And I know this is 100% possible because I work with a lot of clients in the 9 to 5 corporate world, where either in my one-on-one coaching or even in my signature program, the Corporate Survivor, where we go through the step-by-step on upskilling so that they can also feel confident on the value that they can bring at the workplace. So it's 100% possible, but it really starts from separating the emotions and focusing on what you can do to upskill yourself so that you feel that inner confidence that say, yep, I know I can do it because I have upskilled myself to be able to do it with full confidence. So that's really what you need to do if you want to, like, once and for all get rid of all the negative emotions relating to your work performance. And on to the third tip, learning how to set boundaries between your work life as well as personal life. Office hours versus home rest hours. Now, a lot of people actually struggle with setting boundaries because they don't know how, and honestly, a lot of motivation may not really be the most helpful thing, but I want to give you some really tangible tips on how you can do that. And it all starts from learning how to communicate with your boss, your team leader, or your team members on what is the workload that is expected and by when certain things are needed. So by aligning expectations up front, ensuring that you are providing progress updates, this will really better set the expectation as well as the boundaries of what needs to be submitted by when, and also when can somebody call you, so that you can actually have that work-life balance that you really want, because this is really, really important for your mental health, emotional health, as well as physical health as well. having that boundary between work and life so that you have some time to focus on what's important to you in your life. So, we have talked about the many signs to recognize anxiety at work and more importantly, what you can do to overcome them. So tell me, which one you find most relevant to you, which one you find resonated with you the most? Drop me a comment below or drop me a message on LinkedIn so that I know as well. And I hope you enjoy this special episode and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!